from Peninsula TV Studios in San Carlos, SBC, the San Mateo Credit Union, Wells Fargo, and Oracle present this year's hottest game show, Bay Area Quiz Kids. And now, the best host on the West Coast, Brad Friedman.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Welcome to Quiz Kids and to our second round of play as we continue to whittle down these amazing teams and get ever closer and closer toward naming our grand winner. Today we have from this side, Evergreen Valley High Cougars. And from this side, the Gunn High School Titans. So let's get started with our play right away with the collaboration round. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As you recall, in the first round, you will collaborate as a team. I have a series of 10-point questions, and I will ask you the question. Give your team about 10 seconds to collaborate. Then I'll ask your captain, either Julia or Mark over here, to give me the answer you think is correct. That will score you the points. If you give me the wrong answer, the other team gets to collaborate and possibly steal those points away from you. We'll go back and forth until the buzzer signals the end of the first round, okay? Good luck to both teams, and Evergreen Valley, you get the first question. You might not know about her first published novel. The one in the middle is The Green Kangaroo. But who is this best-selling author of stories for young readers such as Tales of a Fourth Grade Nothing?
Judy Blume.
It is Judy Blume for 10 points. Name all 3 members of Major League Baseball's 700 Home Run Club, whose most recent addition came on board in the 2004 season.
Barry Bonds, Hank Aaron, and Babe Ruth.
That's right, Mark. You got it. Cougars, it can mean any continuously variable signal. Records and cassette tapes, such as those you play in your car, use this format, unlike CDs or DVDs. What do you call a watch that uses hands, that is not digital?
Analog.
That is correct. You got it. Okay, Titans. The year in which Franklin Roosevelt was first elected to the presidency was also the 200th anniversary of what other president's birth?
(1932).
I'm looking for the president's name.
Oh, sorry. You don't know. Sorry.
Okay, you can steal.
Abe Lincoln.
Well, the 200 years before was 1732. Abe was a little young then. I would say George Washington.
Oh, okay.
But you get the next question. We'll move on with no further embarrassment. How many first-class postage stamps can you buy for $10?
30? Sure. 30?
No, I'm sorry. That's incorrect, Julia. You can steal.
(24).
27. And you get a penny back in change. Here's your next question. The famous line, "I have always depended on the kindness of strangers," was spoken by Blanche Dubois in what play by Tennessee Williams?
A Streetcar Named Desire.
That is right. Holding the distinction of being the least populous in the Union, what state, alphabetically last, has major cities Gillette and Laramie?
Wyoming.
That's right, for 10 points. The word spam has come to mean any form of unsolicited electronic message, but it originated as a portmanteau from what other 2 words?
Spiced ham.
That's it. Spiced ham. What attraction in San Francisco was founded by and originally named for prominent local businessman Herbert Fleischhacker? Yeah.
Chinatown.
Chinatown. What an interesting idea. No, I'm sorry, you can steal. Mark?
Pier 31.
The Fleischhacker Zoo, the San Francisco Zoo. Ganymede is the largest example of what type of heavenly body in our solar system?
Moon.
A moon is right. You got it. Well, we're going to look at the end of the score at the end of the round. We've got over here, Evergreen Valley has 30, Gunn High School has 40, and Abe Lincoln is only 100 and something years old. Yay! We will return to get our date straight and meet the players after these messages. Don't go away. We are back, and I am here with a great idea for you if you want to plan a next school outing or a family trip or maybe even a first date. Come on down to our studio and watch a taping of Quiz Kids. All you have to do is call us at our number 650-637-1936, and we will send you and that special someone some tickets to our show. Let's meet our players. Evergreen Valley Cougars from San Jose, Julia Lamb. You're on the swim team, and you were telling me a very, very sad story about budget cuts and trials and tribulations of swimmers in your district.
Yeah, Eastside Union isn't doing that well right now. So all the pools, heating systems have been shut off for the time being. And the spring sports season started January 3rd. So our swim season has been pushed back to the 31st until we can turn the heaters on.
Well, that's too bad. Now, I know that you play teams from other districts that are already in training. So what are you doing yourself to get into training so that you're ready to jump right into a hopefully heated pool when the February rolls around?
Dry land and conditioning things.
A lot of conditioning stuff you have to do. Well, I'm sorry about that. I know all school districts are having to make some very hard decisions regarding cuts. Chris Doan. You're a senior, and they have finally started a math club. You saw how the girls ran to you when they had that math question before. I don't know what happened. Have you been missing the math club meetings, or?
It hasn't the meetings haven't been very frequent, so.
Oh, okay. Well, we need to call more meetings, although you told me that as the only senior in the club, you're not allowed to participate in anything below what you've already done. And since you took calculus as a sophomore, what do you do in there except twiddle your thumbs?
Sometimes I just talk to the lower classmen, just for. But
I'm sure that's an honor for them.
Yeah.
Are you trying to prepare them for competitions? Or?
Unfortunately, I don't hold an office in the club, but my friends do, and so sometimes I work with them and then get something out.
You should join the swim team. They're not doing anything either.
Maybe I should.
Yeah. Eileen Lee, this is one of the sweetest stories I've ever heard. You were on before. Your grandmother watched it. Tell us what happened.
Well, we taped it because I was at SATs, but my grandma was watching the show, and she points to the screen, "Hey, Eileen, that girl kind of looks like you." And I tell her, "Grandma, that is me." And she says, "No, you're sitting there. You can't be on TV." And my family didn't like that episode very much. My brother was sad that I didn't wave at him.
Okay, and what can you say right now to your grandmother so she'll believe it's you the next time she watches?
Hi, Bungwai.
Good. See, Grandma, it is Eileen. Let's give a big hand to Eileen's coach, Scott Lubbs. And we say welcome back to the Gunn High Titans, and welcome for the first time to their captain, Mark Stefanski. Mark, come here for your first time, and they make you captain. What's this all about?
Well, I was one who brought the team together, and I didn't participate the first time. So I guess the fact that I brought the team together is the reason I'm here. As
a lesson in leadership. They appreciate what you've done. And you are also a leader in another part of school. You are the editor-in-chief of the Oracle, the school paper. And you've got both these people beside you as reporters.
They're members of the staff.
The members of the staff as well?
Charles is a managing editor, and Jane is a forum editor.
Okay. And how long have you been working on the paper?
Since sophomore year.
And editor just this year for the first time? Congratulations. And what do you hope will be the result of your tenure as editor-in-chief before you graduate?
Just an improvement in the quality of the newspaper. There are a lot of different things I'm working on that I can't go into here, but like, not because they're secret, because there's just so many.
Absolutely not, of course. And if you win, you'll come back and tell us one accomplishment you've made next time.
Exactly.
Good for you. Jane Huang. Jane, we were talking about things you like to do outside of school, and you spoke with a little bit of embarrassment about your lifelong love of video games. You seem to feel that people laugh at people who play video games, but I think there's a multi-billion-dollar industry out there that says you're wrong.
Really?
Even now you're frightened of it. And please, tell me, you play at home? You have a system at home?
No, we don't have a console. We used to, but my brother sold it.
So now you're off on your own, hunting desperately for video games you can play with other people?
No, I'm a PC gamer, so I just play by myself.
Okay. And you like more of the adventure, role-playing, puzzle-solving games than the action games, right?
Yes, because the action games like Halo and such give me a headache when I play them.
Okay. Well, I want you to avoid all headaches and just have fun. Okay? Charles King.
Hello.
Charles, I love what you've decided to do on your free time. You're learning to cook.
Well, sort of. I mean, my sister has been, well, she's been an adult for quite some time, so she's learned to cook very well. And she taught me how to make a lot of things, like lentil soups and cheesecakes and the like.
And I told you that once you go off to college next year, you are going to be so popular when you say, well, I could make a cheesecake if that's what you want.
Well,
Tell us the secret that you were telling me about good cheesecake.
Well, I found out that if you have cream cheese and ricotta, it makes it much easier to mix, and also makes the cheesecake fluffier at the end than if you just use cream cheese, which a lot of people do.
Right. So use more than one cheese, avoid cheddar, and you're set.
Yeah.
Good. Let's give a big hand to your coach, Sony Culver. And would you join me in giving thanks in advance to our judge, Mr. Brad Reed. All right, we got a lot more playing to do, so stick around. We'll be right back. Put your hands on your buzzers, folks. It's time to play the lightning round. Point values are still the same, but this time we play a little differently. I will ask a question, and the first person who buzzes in gets a chance to answer for their team. If you give me the right answer, you score the 10 points. If you give me the wrong answer, the other team does get to collaborate and possibly steal those points away. If you buzz in before I complete the question, you will only get that information before you give me your answer. If you give me the wrong answer, I will complete the question for the other team. Okay? Good luck. It's 40-30, very close. Here's the first question. If you were to bring to school a bodkin or a poniard or a similar object manufactured by Henckels or Wusthof, you would likely be suspended or expelled. What sort of forbidden objects? Yes, Eileen.
A sword?
No, I'm sorry, I cannot accept that. Can you give me the correct answer, Gunn?
A knife. A bodkin is a small, it's not a knife. It's just a knife.
A knife?
It is a knife, you got it. A full set of double 6 dominoes contains 28 tiles. A full set of double 9 dominoes has 55. How many dominoes are in a double 12 set? We need more math club meetings. 78. River Phoenix plays the young version of the title character in... Yes, Julia?
Indiana Jones.
Yes, that's right. Every summer, the Bay Area city of Gilroy holds a festival. Yes, Eileen?
Garlic Festival.
That's right. One of the Pillars of Hercules is located in Ceuta, which is actually owned by Spain but is on the African continent. The pillars are promontories that straddle what specific body of water?
Strait of Gibraltar?
Yes, Jane, that's right. Like horse hooves, what material is the horn of a rhinoceros made of? Chris?
Ivory?
No, I'm sorry, that's not correct. Can you tell me the right answer?
Keratin?
It is hair. That is the strangest thing. I never knew that. Compacted hair. Originating in the 17th century, give the term for a piece of music that is played before the curtain opens on a musical or opera. Julia?
An overture?
That is right. What founder of the American Institute of Public Opinion was one of the early pioneers in the scientific study of election forecasting? Julia.
Gallup.
Yes, of the Gallup poll. The rally monkey, the mascot of the Anaheim Angels, was also famous for his role as Marcel on what long-running sitcom?
Friends.
Julia. Yes, and I think he got paid more than I do. Spain's Andres Segovia was a classical virtuoso on what musical instrument? Julia?
The piano.
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Titans, you can steal it.
Violin.
Guitar. Beautiful playing of the guitar. Your wealthy uncle has sent you cash for your birthday. How nice of him. You received one of every bill of currently circulating U.S. currency less than $100. How much money in total did you get from... Yes, Charles.
$86.
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Can you tell me the correct answer, Cougars?
$88.
Yes, you forgot the $2 bill, Charles. $88 is correct. Russian blue is a breed of cat. Prussian blue, or iron 3 ferrocyanate, is something entirely different. What is it?
The paint color.
Yes, that's right, Jane. The now extinct trilobite, as well as insects, arachnids, and crustaceans, are themselves subphyla of what phylum, whose name means jointed foot? Eileen.
Arthropoda?
That's correct. Arthropods or arthropoda. Jean-Francois Champollion is credited with discovering the key to deciphering Egyptian hieroglyphics from his studies of what ancient... Yes, Charles.
Rosetta Stone?
That is right. Charles Darwin's ideas on evolution were greatly influenced by his experiences on the Galapagos Islands. What country owns them? Ecuador. In the game of Monopoly, what are the names of the two dark blue properties, the most expensive on the board? Yes, Charles.
Boardwalk and Park Place.
That is right, and they cost $500. And let's look at the score at the end. We're still close. Gunn has 90, and now with a 10-point lead, Evergreen Valley has 100 points. Well, we had a little bit of a switch there, but the point values are about to double, so stick around. We'll see what happens. Thank you. Without further ado, let's get going. Let's play the Extreme Lightning Round. The play is exactly the same players, but the point values are doubled. Good luck. In English, most of the days of the week are named for characters from Norse mythology, but in Spanish, most are named for what different otherworldly bodies? Yes, Jane.
Wait, the planets?
That's right. Considered the historic home of the Phoenicians, on what nation's flag will you see a cedar tree? Julia.
Lebanon.
That's right. If it takes 60 seconds for you to go a distance of 1 mile, then you are traveling at 60 miles per hour. What is your speed if it takes you 45 seconds to cover the same distance?
90 miles an hour?
No, I'm sorry, Jane, that's wrong. You can steal, Cougars.
72.
80 miles per hour. A young Gary Coleman would often ask, what you talking about, Willis? In what 1980s sitcom? Better left forgotten, perhaps. Different strokes. These clever remarks that I make when we go into a station break. In show business, they're called a segue. Spell segue. Yes, Julia.
Segway.
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. You can steal.
S-E-G-U-E.
That's correct. Effects from the tidal wave that struck Southeast Asia in December 2004 were felt as far away as Durban, located at the western end of the Indian Ocean in what country? Julia.
Scotland.
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
Durban is in South Africa? No.
South Africa.
That's right. Close to Scotland, but... Which American abstract artist, sometimes we've described as a neo-Dadaist, is famous for his paintings of a series of American flags, each one lying on top of another? Jasper Johns. More than 45 tons of deadly chemicals leaked from a Union Carbide plant in 1984 and covered what country's town of Bhopal? Yes, Mark.
India?
That's right. A regular polygon is a two-dimensional figure with sides all the same length. There are an infinite number of these, as you might imagine, but that is not so for their three-dimensional counterparts, the regular polyhedrons. How many are there? No, Jane, I'm sorry. There are a different number of polyhedrons. How many?
6.
5. Unlike Susan B. Anthony, who voted in 1872, this woman could not because she was being imprisoned for indecency. Name this woman, the first who ran for U.S. president in 1872. Victoria Woodhull. Daughter of John Voight and former wife of Billy Bob Thornton, who played, yes, Julia.
Angelina Jolie.
That's right. Jackie Robinson is best remembered as the man who broke the color barrier in Major League Baseball. What team did he break in with? Mark.
Brooklyn Dodgers?
That's right. Actually, an early modern English term for whales, what feature of whales made of keratin appears as parallel rows of combs that assist in filter feeding?
Baleen.
That's right, Jane. That signals the end of the game. Let's look at the score. Evergreen Valley has 140 with 210. Gunn will go into the next round. Thank you very much, folks. We will see you soon.
The following underwriters help to make this program possible. SBC, the San Mateo Credit Union, Wells Fargo, and Oracle. Tournament champions will win an all-expenses-paid trip to Europe, courtesy of ACIS. Additional support provided by these Bay Area newspapers and the Burlingame Scottish Rite of Freemasonry.